Marissa had 76 8/10 pounds of bird seed. She filled 12 bird feeders with exactly the same amount of bird seed. How many pounds of bird seed was in one feeder? Enter your answer in the space below. So when I go back and I look at my question, it says how many pounds of bird seed was in one feeder. The fact that they only wanted to ask me about one tells me that I'm going from 12 feeders down to 1. Other things that I'm noticing are keywords like exactly the same amount. When I think about exactly the same amount, I think about having equal pieces. Well, boys and girls, we know whenever we have equal pieces, there are only 2 actions that should come to our mind. We're either going to multiply or we're going to be dividing. Those are the only 2 actions that will give us equal pieces. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of my story, and I know that I have Marissa. And here's what Marissa has. She has 76 8/10 pounds of bird seed. So I'm going to draw a picture of this bird seed. A little container. And I'm going to label this 76 8/10 pounds of bird seed. She is going to fill 12 feeders with this bird seed. So she's going to put some in the first feeder, she's going to put some in the second feeder, some in the third feeder, all the way around until she gets to the 12th feeder. And what am I going to need to do? Well, I want to know how many pounds are in one feeder. So I'm taking all of my pounds, I'm separating them between the 12 feeders to find out how much is in one feeder. So anytime I'm separating, I need to think division. I'm dividing to find 4, 1. So I'm going to set up my problem, and I'm going to take my total, which is 76 8/10, and we're going to divide that evenly by our 12 feeders to get how much in one feeder. So when I build my house, I put the number 76 8/10 in the house. And I'm going to divide by the number 12. And so for those of us who do not know our facts or don't know our 12s, we're going to make a T-chart right here. And we're going to put the numbers top, our T and B on top. And so if I have one group of 12, I have 12. 2 groups would give me 24. 3 groups would give me 36. 4 groups would give me 48. 5 groups would give me 60. 6 groups would give me 72. 7 groups would give me 84. 8 groups would give me 96. And 9 groups would give me 108. So now that I have my 12s listed here, I'm going to go back over, and the first thing that I notice is that I have a decimal, so I'm going to pop my decimal up. And I think to myself, how many groups of 12 are in the number 7? Well, there are none. So we're going to put a 0 here. How many groups of 12 will get me close to 76? So I'm going to go over to my B column and get as close as I can get to 76 without going over. And the number I want to put on top is 6. 6. And 6 groups of 12 will give me 72. I'm going to write that right underneath. And then I'm going to subtract. 76 minus 72 is 4. I'm going to go over and I'm going to bring down the next number. And I ask myself, how many groups of 12 will get me close to 48? So I'll go to my B column and I look for the number 48, or as close as I can get. And the number that will go on top is the number 4, and 4 groups of 12 is 48. 48 minus 48 is 0. So how many pounds will be in each bird feeder? That would be 6 4/10. 6 4/10 pounds will be in each feeder.